Well, just as the day is coming to an end, I like to end off a real hot summer day with a little bit of sawing. That way it's a bit cooler out here to work and the sun's not beating down on me while I'm putting lumber away. Now you can see what we've cut here just in the last little bit. Got some red pine here, some 4x4s, 2x4s, 2x6s, etc. We've also got a lot of these. And if you don't know what these are basically the cut after you've taken the initial slab off the four sides. Usually before you get down to the dimensional lumber, you have one or two more cuts in order to get there. And these cuts are okay. They're certainly not garbage. But the trouble is, you're left with the edge. And you have to put these back on the sawmill if you don't have a board edger to take that edge off if you want to use that as a piece of lumber. And that's where the challenge comes in. In this little pile here, I've got like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably have 5 pieces in there, maybe 6 or 7 pieces in there. And that's fine and dandy. But after a full day of sawing, you can have an awful pile of them. And if you're anything like me, you don't really like edging. I don't like edging on a sawmill. It's one of the things I don't like doing. And so I often take those boards, the ones that need edging, and I put them off to the side and I tell myself I'll get back to it. And well, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And I don't like wasting. And so that tedious task, we'll call it, of edging could certainly be something that I eliminate from my sawing altogether if I had one wish. And one way to do that is with a board edger. Now, I don't have a board edger, but I'm going to show you one that Clarke Sawmills make. When I was down at Clarke Sawmills a few months ago, there was still snow on the ground. The team there was out and they were sawing some ash logs. I got to see that, and I also got to see the ash boards being run through a board edger. And so I'm going to bring you all along for that. Because if you're anything like me, if you can make your life easier, make sawing more enjoyable, and if you're selling lumber, make it more efficient, why not? So let's go down, we'll see what it's all about. Here we go.